The cruise industry makes $40 billion every single year. 40 billion. That is more money than most countries have in their entire budget. And here is the thing that should make you very curious. They are not making that money by accident. They have spent decades perfecting the art of getting passengers to spend more, expect less, and never ask the questions that actually matter. I am about to tell you 17 things that cruise lines desperately hope you never find out. These are the secrets they train their employees to avoid discussing. The tricks hidden in the fine print that nobody reads. The insider knowledge that separates passengers who have amazing vacations from passengers who come home feeling like they got played. Some of what I am about to share will surprise you. Some of it might make you angry. And at least a few of these secrets will save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars on your next cruise. The cruise lines are not going to like this video, but you deserve to know the truth. Let us start with something that affects every single person who books a cruise. Number 1. The price you see advertised is designed to trick you. When you see a cruise advertised for $499, your brain thinks that is what the cruise costs. But that number is a fantasy. It does not include the taxes. It does not include the port fees. It does not include the gratuities that get automatically added to your account every single day. By the time you add up everything that is mandatory, that $499 cruise suddenly costs $700 or more. The cruise lines know exactly what they are doing. They show you the small number to get you excited, then reveal the real price after you are already emotionally committed to the trip. Number 2. Your cabin steward works harder than almost anyone you have ever met. The person who cleans your room and makes your bed works approximately 70 to 80 hours every single week. They share a tiny cabin below deck with other crew members. They spend 8 to 10 months away from their families without a single day off. When you leave a cash tip for your cabin steward, it goes directly to them and makes a real difference in their life. The automatic gratuity that gets charged to your account, that gets split up according to formulas you never see. Direct cash tips mean more to the people actually serving you. Number 3. The ship's doctor is not covered by your regular health insurance. If you get sick or injured on a cruise ship, the medical center will treat you, and then they will hand you a bill that might make you sicker than whatever you came in for. A simple doctor visit can cost $200 to $500. Actual medical treatment can run into thousands. Most regular health insurance policies do not cover medical care in international waters or foreign ports. This is why travel insurance with medical coverage is not a luxury. It is a necessity that cruise lines mention quietly in the fine print, but never emphasize when you are booking. Number 4. The casino is not regulated like casinos on land. When you gamble at a land-based casino, strict gaming regulations ensure the machines and games operate fairly. The cruise ship casino operates under maritime law once the ship is in international waters. The oversight is different. The odds can be different. That slot machine might be programmed to pay out less than identical machines in Las Vegas. Cruise lines are not required to disclose the payout percentages on their gaming machines. If you like to gamble, know that the house advantage at sea may be significantly higher than what you experience on land. Number 5. The first day embarkation lunch is strategic. When you board a cruise ship on the first day, you are tired from traveling. You are excited about your vacation, and the cruise line knows you probably have not eaten a proper meal. So they direct you straight to the buffet, which is crowded and overwhelming. Meanwhile, the main dining room is usually open, far less crowded, and serving the exact same food with actual waiters bringing it to your table. The cruise lines do not advertise this because they want the buffet to handle the volume. But you can skip the chaos entirely and start your vacation with a calm, civilized meal instead. Number 6. Drink packages are mathematically designed against you. The cruise lines employ teams of analysts who calculate exactly how to price drink packages so that most passengers do not quite break even. To get your money's worth on an average drink package, You need to consume 8 to 10 alcoholic drinks every single day of your cruise. That is a lot of drinking. Most people overestimate how much they will actually consume. The cruise lines know this and price accordingly. For many passengers, paying per drink ends up being significantly cheaper, despite feeling like the more expensive option. Number 7. The shops on board are not actually duty-free. Cruise lines market their onboard shops as duty-free shopping experiences. And technically, you are not paying taxes on those purchases. But the prices are often marked up so high that you end up paying more than you would at a regular store back home, even with taxes included. That watch, that necklace, that designer bag. Compare prices on your phone before you buy. You might discover that duty-free is just a marketing term that makes people spend money they should not. Number 8. Your room location matters more than your room category. Passengers obsess over whether to book an inside cabin or a balcony cabin. But the location of your cabin on the ship can affect your vacation far more than the room type. Cabins directly below the pool deck hear chairs scraping above them starting at 6 in the morning. Cabins near the nightclub hear bass thumping until 2 in the morning. Cabins near the anchor machinery get woken up by massive chains rattling every time the ship drops anchor. Experienced cruisers look at deck plans carefully and avoid these problem areas. First-time cruisers have no idea and end up in rooms where sleep becomes difficult. Number 9. The art auctions are almost never a good deal. Cruise ships host art auctions with free champagne and an exciting atmosphere. The auctioneer makes it feel like you are getting museum-quality pieces at incredible prices. The reality is far different. The art sold on cruise ships is typically mass-produced, overpriced, and worth a fraction of what passengers pay. The appraisals provided by the ship are meaningless because they come from the same company selling you the art. If you genuinely love a piece and want it for your home, that is fine. But if you are buying cruise ship art as an investment, you are making a mistake that art experts have been warning about for decades. Number 10. You can negotiate your cruise fare. Most people do not know this, but cruise pricing is surprisingly flexible. If you find a lower price for the same cruise after you book, many cruise lines will match it or give you onboard credit. If you are a repeat cruiser with loyalty status, you can often call and ask for upgrades or perks that are not advertised. Travel agents who specialize in cruises frequently have access to rates and bonuses that you cannot get booking directly. The price you see online is often just the starting point for a conversation, not a final number set in stone. Number 11. The water slides and main attractions have very limited hours. The cruise brochure shows a massive water slide, and your kids are beyond excited. What the brochure does not mention is that the slide might only be open from 10 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. It closes in bad weather. It closes when the ship is in port. It closes for private events. And during the few hours it is actually operating, the line might be an hour long because every other kid on the ship wants the same thing. Check the actual operating hours before you book a cruise based on specific attractions. You might discover your kids will only get a few chances to ride that slide during the entire week. Number 12. Specialty restaurants book up fast. The cruise line charges extra for specialty restaurants because they offer better food and a more intimate atmosphere than the main dining room. What they do not tell you is that these restaurants often sell out within the first few hours of boarding. Experienced cruisers book their specialty dining through the app or website days before the cruise even begins. First-time cruisers show up on day 3 wanting a nice anniversary dinner and discover that every reservation for the entire voyage is already taken. Book early or prepare to be disappointed. Number 13. The ship's photographer uses every psychological trick to sell you pictures. Throughout your cruise, photographers will snap pictures of you boarding, at dinner, at ports, at formal nights, at the pool, everywhere. The photos appear on digital screens around the ship, and suddenly you see yourself looking happy and relaxed and on vacation. The prices for these photos are outrageous. $20 or more for a single print, but the cruise line knows you will not have another chance to buy that specific memory. It is artificial scarcity combined with emotional manipulation. If you want professional photos, Bring your own photographer friend, or use your phone. The ship's photo operation is designed to extract maximum dollars from sentimental moments. Number 14. Medical emergencies can end your cruise immediately. If you have a serious medical emergency on a cruise ship, the ship's medical staff will stabilize you, but the ship will not turn around or change course for one passenger. Instead, you might be evacuated by helicopter to the nearest hospital, which could be in a country where you do not speak the language and whose medical system you know nothing about. The evacuation alone can cost $50,000 or more. Your travel companions might have to choose between staying on the ship or getting off in a foreign port, with no way to continue the cruise. This is another reason travel insurance is essential, not optional. Number 15. The internet is intentionally slow and expensive. Cruise ships have the technology to offer fast, reliable internet. Starlink and other satellite systems have made high-speed connections at sea entirely possible. But many cruise lines choose to throttle speeds and charge premium prices because slow, expensive internet keeps passengers engaged with onboard activities instead of staring at their phones. When you are not scrolling social media, you are more likely to visit the casino, buy drinks, book excursions, and spend money on the ship. The terrible Wi-Fi is not an accident. It is a business strategy. Number 16. Shore excursions through the ship cost far more than independent options. The cruise line offers convenient shore excursions that include transportation, a guide, and a guarantee that the ship will wait for you if the tour runs late. That convenience comes at a steep price, often double or triple what you would pay booking the same tour independently. At most ports, local tour operators offer identical experiences for a fraction of the cost. Yes, there is a small risk that an independent tour runs late and you miss the ship, but this almost never happens, and the savings can be substantial. Hundreds of dollars per person on a week-long cruise. Number 17. The cruise line makes money when you do not leave the ship. Every passenger who stays on the ship at port is a passenger who might eat at a specialty restaurant, drink at a bar, gamble at the casino, or buy something from the shop. Cruise lines have started creating elaborate private islands and beach clubs specifically designed to capture spending that would otherwise go to local businesses at real ports. They build destinations where every dollar you spend goes right back to the cruise company. This is not necessarily bad for passengers, but you should understand the economics. When the cruise line enthusiastically promotes their private island, remember that their enthusiasm is directly connected to their profit margins. So there you have it, 17 things the cruise lines would rather you did not know. From hidden fees and manipulated pricing to worker conditions and medical realities. From casino odds and drink package math to photo tactics and internet strategy. Does this mean you should not go on a cruise? Absolutely not. Cruises can be incredible vacation. Some of my favorite travel memories happened on cruise ship. The ocean, the sunsets, the feeling of waking up in a new place every day. There is nothing quite like it. But knowledge is power. When you understand how cruise lines operate, you can make smarter decisions. You can avoid the traps. You can skip the overpriced extras that do not add value. You can tip the workers who actually deserve it. You can protect yourself with proper insurance. You can book the right cabin in the right location. You can negotiate better prices and book specialty restaurants before they fill up. The cruise lines have spent billions of dollars figuring out how to maximize their profit. Spending 20 minutes learning their secrets is the least you can do to level the playing field. Now you know what they did not want you to know. Use it wisely. Cruise smart and have the vacation you actually deserve.